This is the corpus callosum.
That is a broad band of nerve fibers joining the two hemispheres of the brain.
This one is the thalamus.
Either of the two masses of gray matter lying between the cerebral hemispheres on either side of the third ventricle, and they relay sensory information and acting as a center for pain perception.
Right over here is the hypothalamus, that one.
That's a region of the forebrain below the thalamus that coordinates both the autonomic nervous system and the activity of the pituitary, controlling body temperature, thirst, hunger, and other homeostatic systems, and involved in sleep and emotional activity.
Right over here is the cerebellum.
That's the part of the brain at the back of the skull and vertebrae. Its function is to coordinate and regulate muscular activity.
Right there is the midbrain.
That's a small central part of the brainstem developing from the middle of the primitive or embryonic brain.
Right to the left of that is the pons.
The pons is the part of the brainstem that links the medulla oblongata and the thalamus.
Okay, so that is the medulla.
That's the inner region of the brain, especially when it's distinguishable from the outer region or cortex.
All right, so that was the other definition of the medulla. This is the medulla, which is
right here. And
yes.
That's the part of the vertebrate brain that's continuously posterior with the spinal cord and contains the centers that control involuntary vital functions.
Now we're moving on to lobes. So this is the central sulcus.
That's a prominent landmark of the brain, separating the parietal lobe from the frontal lobe and the primary motor cortex from the primary somatosensory cortex.
The spinal cord, which is not shown but connects right there.
That's a cylindrical bundle of nerve fibers and associated tissue that is enclosed in the spine and connects nearly all parts of the body to the brain, with which it forms the central nervous system.
The cerebellum, which is right there.
The part of the brain at the back of the skull and vertebrae, its function is to coordinate and regulate muscular activities.
The frontal lobe, which is right here.
Each of the paired lobes of the brain lying immediately behind the forehead, including areas concerned with behavior, learning, personality, and voluntary movement.
This is the parietal lobe.
Either of the paired lobes of the brain at the top of the head, including areas concerned with the reception and correlation of sensory information.
Right here is the temporal lobe.
Each of the paired lobes of the brain lying beneath the temples, including areas concerned with the understanding of speech. You're going to have to...
Correction, this is the temporal lobe. This is the occipital lobe, which is
the rearmost lobe in each cerebral hemisphere of the brain. The occipital lobe is the visual processing center of the mammalian brain, containing most of the anatomical region of the visual cortex.